Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Tonight, we are celebrating 70 years here at Channel 2.
Pretty amazing, right? Since September 25th, 1954, we have been on the air covering stories that matter to you.
Whether it's sunny skies or storms that have made a lasting impact, you can always count on 2.
Sure can. Our history is your history. You, your parents, your grandparents have counted on us from the time we signed on as WUSN.
To today as WCBD, where we have been your source for local news and programming. What an experience it has been for us to be in this community for so many years, and most recently to open the doors to Joan Mack and Happy Rain, 2 people who broke barriers and set new standards in television journalism. Can you describe the difference in the actual building in comparison to what you're seeing today?
Today is a real studio.
You might be surprised to learn a woman known for her resonant anchor voice and eloquent writing style actually studied science at South Carolina State College. But in WCBD's 25th year, her success as a talk show host at WCBD's competition made Joan Mack a standout addition on the reporting team.
News director at the other channel, he had already moved to Channel 2 as well, so he knew my work.
A seat at the news anchor desk, becoming the first African-American woman news anchor at WCBD.
At the time, there were no blacks in the anchoring position. I was allowed to anchor, do special news reports for the 6 o'clock news and the 5-part series. And I just liked going to the people, and those series took me to the people with the problems or the issue. Be in the community and let people get to know you. You see me delivering the news and telling you something that either you should do or should not do, that I can trust you, that you're connecting with me.
Does that look familiar?
I know. Well, let me go sit down.
Tell me what you think about that picture.
Well,
Legends, I see.
Yeah,
You and Joan Mack.
Joan was a good friend of mine.
Rainey Evans, or Happy Rain, as people have called her since 1960, is another beloved icon in WCBD's history. When you came to Channel 2, you had a goal in mind, and that was to educate and entertain children.
My husband, Buddy Evans, who was the general manager of Channel 2 at that time, he had a dream too, to produce a children's show, an educational show, to have me do that, because he felt like that I had so much influence on the children in the area.
Her show was Scout About. The show was a travel log, children learning about their cities and towns through the magic of TV.
We won the South Carolina Children's Award for children's programming, South Carolina broadcasters, and
Happy Rain was no doubt a hero to children who enjoyed seeing her in her leather dress, but behind the scenes she was championing safeguards for what children would see on TV. As we celebrate our 70th anniversary, we honor trailblazers such as Joan Mack and Rainey Happy Rain Evans and many others who paved the way for generations. Their contributions have shaped our identity at WCBD News 2 and continue to inspire us every day.
Well, not all of Channel 2's personalities were in studio. Octavia Mitchell, that is, tells us located outside our station at 210 West Coleman Boulevard, people from all over stopped by to see and meet Suzie Q.
It's not something you hear about every day when it comes to local television news. An elephant as a station mascot. Yet Channel 2 has the unique distinction of not only having one, but our Suzie Q actually lived here on station grounds. Why an elephant? Well, why not? Channel 2 already had dogs, cats, exotic birds, a donkey, alligator, and even a kangaroo. And the station's owner, Drayton Hasty, simply thought it was a good idea to buy an elephant. And so in 1954, he bought one, an Asian elephant for $2,700 from a New York importer. In 2008, the town of Mount Pleasant honored Suzie Q with an historical marker in our front yard. Our beloved Suzie Q provided years of enjoyment for people in the Lowcountry. Parents brought their children to the station to visit Suzie Q and ride her back. She was even the target of a major prank at the Citadel in the fall of 1958. Now a part of the Citadel's history thanks to Bobby Schwartz and Jim Jeffrey, both from the Citadel class of 1959.
We went out on Thursday night and proceeded to go to the pen, which was right out in front of the station, and the pen was unlocked. I recall that, and I found that to be very unusual. Once we hooked the trailer behind the car was sitting at a kind of angle like this once we loaded the Suzie Q, and I knew we would drive across the Graceful Memorial Bridge with the car at this angle with an elephant in the back.
I think it accomplished what we wanted it to accomplish. Everybody was excited, and make a long story short, we beat VMI.
Young and the young at heart, Suzie Q brought smiles and joy to people across the Lowcountry. And like an elephant's memory, her legacy is long and everlasting. Octavia Mitchell, Count on 2.
Yep, we had an elephant on News 2 grounds. Still to come, we celebrate 70 years of WCBD. Some of the big stories we have covered throughout the years, the good, the bad, the happy and sad, when we come back.